Hello guys, welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm here once again with Wes. Spy is not here tonight, he's currently in the naughty corner. Say hello, Wes.
Hello.
So, progress has been made, guys. We've not done any teardowns yet. That is still to come. The reason being is we actually had to fix a few things to ensure that we had a decent number of items before we actually did it. We've progressed through some tiers. We now have the hover pack, the hover jets, whatever they're called. Radiation suit has been made. We've just unlocked the drones. We're waiting for that to come back, the thing to come back. But we've done all the tier 7 now. We've got logistics tier 5. We're able to use those belts because we've dealt with the aluminium. Need the sheeting to create them. So me and Spy set that up today. Wes came in and was like, "You've done well. It could be better. I'm going to show you." Well, he didn't actually say that. He just came on, and you know, next thing I know, when I've gone over there, we've gone from 4 machines to this. Do you know what? In the last half an hour, he's actually doubled the number of machines as well. So
yeah.
Are you telling me that, like, the 2 refineries that I had up and running, it was perfect?
Yep.
It was just everything else you needed to just go nuts on.
Well, yeah, so the only reason why I came in and was like, oh, no, this is cool, is I just know that, based off of what you're producing, that you can run those 8 foundries efficiently. So with you had one overclocked, which was fine. It would always run at 100% because it would never be, it'd never not have supply, but everything else would be gummed up. Like, that's what you were saying, like, oh man, the trains are full and then this is full. So I just took the liberty. I was like, okay, well, this is how you fix that.
Well,
all of these machines.
I just have to say then, I like the way you take the liberties with your liberties taking.
Thanks.
So if you guys will remember, there was a conveyor belt that would bring raw quartz and sulfur down to the base. They are no more. Me and Spy, because the bauxite mine or mining site is just past those conveyor belts. So me and Spy jumped on today and we set up this train. I'm going to wait for it to come along. Where is it right now? I think it's all the way up at the top. It must be. Yeah, there it is. Just being loaded now on the other end. But basically, the train will go up there. Then the back 2 slots, that one and that one, will load up. Those 2 there. The one at the very back there is the refined oil. Not oil. It's like a liquid aluminium that we're creating up there. And the other one was... I've completely forgotten. Oh, a byproduct. It was silicon. Not silicon. Silicona, or whatever it's called. What's it called, Wes?
I think it's silicon. I think you're right.
Silica, something like that. Well, anyway, we had to fit the other 2 in just because we needed the space on the station. Then it will come down here, and then it will load up on the raw quartz and the sulfur, and then it will come all the way down here. Wrong zoom. Come all the way down here and unload. Now the liquid aluminium, there's so much of it. It filled up one of these in a matter of seconds. One of these big fluid buffers. It's just huge, the amount it produces. Really is. What else is there? What else can we say we've done? Can you think?
No. I mean, you pretty much touched kind of the big key items. The only thing, I mean, I guess we could mention if we wanted to was that we went through kind of some first tier production and just made sure those were running more efficiently.
And they will be even more so once we do the whole tear down and remake.
Right, because then we'll know what we're bringing in. Yeah, for sure.
Right, so we're unloading here. I mean, there was like 3 bauxite mining sites, and I can't even imagine ever needing to activate the other 2, to be honest with you. Unless you want to fill up the whole of these planes with those machines.
Right. As far as we can see, nothing but bauxite. No, I don't think so. Not right now. I mean, obviously, we have pretty high production rate.
So the idea behind today's stream, guys, what we were thinking, or along the lines of thinking, we want, because we've been saying, we've been having some problem with the oil, with the transfer pipes with the oil. So we're gonna set up a train system for that. I think Spy might have already set up a track. I'm not 100% sure. I did mean to go and check, but I forgot about it. I see a slug, and once that's done, we're gonna start work on the remodel. We said, didn't we?
Yeah. That was definitely on the agenda.
I mean, how do we want to do it? Do we want to just tear everything from the top down and then just rework the bottom work onwards?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Something that we wanted to talk about, and we can definitely ask people on stream as well, is just we can use the bottom floor for just straight production. So for instance, we just bring all ore to the bottom floor, and then on the bottom floor, that's where it gets turned into bars or anything else. Then second floor could be first tier, so it'd be like screws and plates and anything we want. Again, we don't have to do it like that. And then the luxury of just keeping everything kind of on a floor is by the time you get to floor number 3, that's where you already have your motors and everything else being built, and you just start feeding them into the bigger machines that need 4 motors, 3 modular frames.
And that's even if we have a 3rd floor by that point, because we were going to do a big horizontal expansion.
Right. Okay.
Weren't we?
Do that.
Because after seeing it in yours, obviously how much more efficient your base is, like with you know what I mean, where it's all flat land.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely needs space in this game. It's always space.
Well, if that's the case, can't we just hop on the elevator?
Yeah, and start building up there? I wish.
Well, just
maybe
think.
Soon.
Oh, that'd be perfect, actually. I mean, we can do all the spaghetti belts we like up there, because in space, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah, hear me scream going, "What are we doing?"
Oh, right, so I'm going to take you guys for a little run through that wound him up last night, apparently. I didn't even realise it was still like this, and it's just... the reinforced plates?
Yeah. No, I'll admit it. That it's late. I was spending a couple hours extra off stream, just trying to finalize some things, and then also keep things more, or start making things more efficient. And then if you're gonna show people the spaghetti junction, when you're already frustrated, you're like, okay, and then you're like, nope, all right, good night.
I'm gonna show them the route that the reinforced plates have to take. If I can find the initial start. Oh my god, just trying to traverse all these belts over here that are crisscrossing each other at this point. It's like an Olympic sport. Just trying to fly through them.
It really is. It really is.
Right, so I'm trying to remember where I start following from.
You can start from the top and start working down, and then you'll kind of.
Well, no, because it starts on the middle floor, doesn't it?
I think some of it does, yeah.
That's right. We follow the screws, I think. Now that makes the reinforced bars, plates. Then they go out here, along this belt and upstairs, where there's a storage for them, and I had originally intended to do something after that storage point, and then Spy sort of came in and it all got redone and reworked. Which one was it? I think it was this one. Yeah. So it goes through here. Some of it goes off that way, but the one that Wes was trying to find is after hit the splitter here. It goes through here, and then back down to the same floor to head out. That's right. You were starting at the storage end, or where these plates are going to craft something, and you're trying to work your way back. That was it. So you had to go.
Yep. So I went to the third floor, to the second floor,
along the
back
belt,
up to the third.
yeah, up here, over the back, and then down again.
Yep. So I'm like, wait, I could have just stayed on the second floor and been fine? I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Good night.
The coal generators got moved. Oh, the coal train station got moved to up here. Wes moved it somewhere first because he needed space up here, but the location he set it at, the stations didn't want to work properly, so me and Spy reset it up here. And this is also going to be where the oil's going to be coming from. Like I said, he's already got a line there, a train line. Let me see if I can remember which one I need to go in. Over by the doggos, wasn't it? The hypertube.
Yeah, for oil? Yeah, for oil, yeah.
Let's head down there, and we'll see how far he got with his train line. I'm hearing sort of xylophone-y music. Is this new, or is this what we normally have?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. One of my habits in any game is I just turn the music off.
I kind of like it. It's just something in the background. I don't
Yeah,
have it
usually-
loud. Sorry, go on.
I was just saying, usually I'm watching either a video or a documentary while I'm playing, so I just turn the music off.
Oh, no,
Just-
if I'm watching something on my second monitor, I just normally turn the master volume down so I don't affect the music if I want to listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
So the game sounds are still normally loud enough for me to be able to play. I just stop the overall volume of it, lower it down a bit. It looks like he's done a roundabout track again, like with the quartz.
Right.
And that one, like where it's a double-sided track. He seems to like that rather than using the same track. I mean, if it's here, it's
What a
here.
champ!
What, to do it all this way, you mean?
Yeah, but then you said he has two separate tracks, right?
He didn't do it all the way along. You'll see it in a minute where it stops.
Yeah. Because usually I just treat it like a monorail in regards to like,
Yeah.
one track.
Yeah, exactly. Like I did with the original coal, or like the coal
Yeah.
is now.
Yep. I just flip the train around at the station and just have it come back on the same line.
Exactly. Yeah, he's the reason why originally we got two tracks on the aluminium one. I do like how I'm getting charged up as I'm going along the hypertube. But
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know if you're watching the stream. I'm on my way back now. It's on this corner here. You'll see me shaking the camera a little bit. That's where he looped it round on the finalization of it.
Okay. Yeah, you just jumped in the hypertube. Just take a look. I'm working on Caterium, however you say it. I'm just increasing it. Sure.
The cat ore.
Yeah, cat ore. I'm working on cat ore.
Cat or dog? Maybe that's how they came up with that cartoon.
There you go.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
I used to like watching the kids version of Ren and Stimpy.
That TV show, I don't know if you know this, but
What, Ren and Stimpy?
yeah, not that you don't know the show, but one of the things with that show was the creators of that show wanted to make the show as, I'll use the term raunchy, as they could before the FCC, which is the Federal Communication Agency. Pretty much they regulate TV, like, you know, what bad words you can and can't say.
Yeah.
They were pretty much taking it to the line to make it like as raunchy and as like sexual at times as they possibly could.
Like with the Carry On films. That's what I was trying to get across yesterday.
Yeah, I think exactly. But without actually going past that line, so the FCC couldn't, be like, hey, this isn't kid friendly. Like, no, it is, because we didn't violate any of these, these strict guidelines.
Well, what I mean is there's actually it's not just it was the visuals as well, basically, with Ren and Stimpy that made it more adult themed. Because I remember them making like a snowman out of earwax by sticking a spoon in their ear to scoop out a load at a time. Kids aren't going to enjoy that, are they? Not kids, but there is on Cartoon Network. There is what I call like a kid version of Ren and Stimpy, or at least they used to be. Cow and Chicken.
Okay, yeah.
It's a similar type of animation. And they kind of push the limits, but on the kids' side of things. I mean, just in the, do you remember the show?
Yeah.
Just in the intro, in the song on the intro alone, they're talking about bestiality. Mama had a chicken, Mama had a cow, Dad was proud he didn't care how.
Yep, that's right.
And on the dinner table, on that opening scene, is actually a human butt on a plate.
Oh, I don't think I caught that.
Well, it was only because I was watching, just those times when you go on a YouTube page and just to watch like old cartoon intros or old adverts that you miss,
Yeah.
I was on one of them, and on the Cow and Chicken one, the guys paused it and it's like, hang on, I've just got to show you this. We wound it, slowed it down, and then circled it, saying like, look at this, Right, so you saw where he stopped it at, didn't you?
Yeah. He probably ran out of material.
Well, but then how did he get back? How did he know he had enough to get back?
Well, as I was saying, I think he did it, we'll say, slowly. So he went one side, he's like, yep, and then came back and did it again. He's like, wow, I did that twice.
I don't think he's surprised for anything he does in this game.
Oh, okay.
He was really happy when I set up that lot, though, the aluminium, because it meant more water.
And he's like, yes.
Hey Pixies, how you doing?
Well, again, that was his thing. His favorite thing about this game is more.
Well, I'm kind of glad I didn't do what I said I was going to do today, by the way.
Yeah?
Well, no, I say glad. Oh, I'm sort of glad and disappointed. I mean, you haven't said numbers once yet. What I said to him earlier, guys, is I could turn it into a drinking game. Every time he says the word numbers, I take a shot. I'll get wasted so quick.
You would. You would. Well, again, we haven't started tearing down the base just yet.
No, yeah. There'll
be plenty of time.
There'll be a time when I'd have to go through like half a bottle of Jack in 10 minutes. Half a litre in 10 minutes. Try and watch me do the outro then.
You're like, yeah. So I'm trying to automate the high-speed connectors, those things we didn't want to...
Just so we can get some before we...
Yep.
Right. There should be enough, even if we tear down some of the stuff, there should be enough backlog on the belts and such to at least get some of them done.
Yeah, we don't need too many... So what they're used outside of crafting recipes is to make Mark III belts, or what is it, power towers, however you want to call them, poles, power poles.
Oh, right.
So they're pretty handy to have at least 100 on you, because, you know, you'll use them very slowly. I mean,
you said we don't need any of these materials over here. We can still automate them later, and set them to waste like half of them or something, you know, split them.
Right.
Wait. What is it you said we need? The adaptive control.
Yeah, we still need those, however.
Right, I won't waste them. I'm just going to chuck all the modular engines that we've made so far into the ticket maker.
Okay.
So, I mean, yes, you're automating them, but if we run short whilst we're rebuilding, we should be able to buy some.
Okay.
Save having to sit there making them.
Right. And again, we're not quite there yet. Still, it was just one of those like, hey, well, we're ripping up machines, just know we gotta build that one again. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you take them right now and go sink them, oh well.
Right, well, we're still getting, I mean, they're coming in pretty quick, so I don't know how many it is per percentage, but we're getting about 6% a time. Currently going at 3,335,000 a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And this is the speed of the tier 5 belts, guys. Can't even run up them.
No.
Yeah, we just went up about 3 coupons, so we've got 5. We spent a lot on buildable items today, guys, like stuff we can build. So there's 1 ticket spare. We've got 5 in the machine, and they cost 400. So worst case scenario, we can quickly grab 100 that way. Just remember to have the exact number of tickets on you, so you don't waste any tickets.
Right, you were saying that. Yep.
Oh yeah, so today, guys, I might show you later if I remember. I don't know where the bird is right now, but that big giant flying thing that you see around, I actually hopped on the back of that today and took a ride. I tried whacking it on the back of the head. It is definitely indestructible.
Oh.
Right, how many fluid platforms are we going to want?
For oil? Minimum of 2.
Would it be wasteful to do 4? Or should I just stick to 3? If you say minimum of 2, I'll do 3 to be safe. Would a 4th be too much?
4 I think would be too much.
I mean, what's the worst case? It doesn't empty. I mean, we'll leave the pipes. Well, no, we don't need to leave. If we don't need to leave the pipes, do we? We can just pipe it out to wherever it's going out to now, and just let it continue running that way. Do you want me to stick another buffer on though?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we'll need it. You can if you'd like. I just don't think we'll need it.
Train station. Oh, I hate those slags when it saves so much.
Yeah.
But it's the trade-off. You know, 5-minute intervals. Hey, Tahi. Okay, so that's weird. The coal train is working perfectly, right?
Okay.
Turns out the coal station, the train on the train station for the coal on this end is unpowered.
Yeah, so the track is carrying the power. So
Yeah.
as long as so that means the other side has been powered, which means it'll carry the current through that line, which is why the coal station here is being powered.
But it's just no. The coal station's being powered because there's a power line going all the way along the foundations.
But they also the tracks also carry the current, so they act as power lines as well.
Yeah.
So if you're going to set up a new track somewhere else, as long as you have the home station powered, you can bring the track to that middle of nowhere, set up a station, and then you actually can use the mounting point from the station as an out, and then start connecting machines to it. That's super, super handy.
Well, I was just surprised because the freight side of it was working. The station name sign was switched on. Yes, you're powering the track, but you weren't technically powering the station.
The track is that's what I'm getting at. So yes, I see what you're saying. They're electric trains for some reason. There we go. Have some Katiri.
Cat-or. That's what I forgot. I decided this is the best coffee cup ever in the world. It never spills. I'm flying along. I stop suddenly, and it still doesn't spill. I'm standing on top of the train going at 100 kilometers an hour. It doesn't spill. I'm sure if I just threw it out of my inventory onto the floor, guess what? It won't spill.
Won't spill.
But again, I would hate drinking from it because of the size of the lip on the outside.
Oh yeah, you were saying that. All right, that's 540 Caterium wire coming in a minute, and it's all being used because that's how much this silly thing uses to keep running at 100%.
Does the miner need overclocking?
It did. I had some.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Caterium is super weird. The numbers are all broken between. So, you know, like for iron, it's 30 ore for 30 bars. There, it's 45 ore for 15 bars.
You should be made aware that there is a Caterium node. You know those 2 iron mines that are up on top of the cliff at the back?
Yep.
There's a Caterium behind there.
Okay.
If you need to set another one going. It was under a boulder.
Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, we had a pure node, so I just grabbed all of that.
Oh, is that the one that I set up originally?
Uh-huh. Take all these out. Did, sweet.
I don't know where the other end of this track went. Oh, there it is. It was buried.
Oh, in the ground?
In the foundations.
Oh, like underneath them?
Through them.
Oh.
Like it went through the slope with them.
Oh, right, and ducked. You just watch the train disappear, be like, I need that.
No, I was trying to find where the end of the circus. He brought it back. He brought both ends along here. I was trying to figure out where the other end of it was. The most annoying thing about building these rail systems is you can't turn them the way you want. Like,
yeah, they need really large surfaces to turn. It's super annoying.
I mean, like, you can't alter it the way you can with a conveyor belt, for example.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that thing was overclocked. That's how... Okay.
What one was?
The one making the high-speed connectors, at least it showed it was overclocked, unless you stole them, which is fine. That's how I was like, I need 500... Okay, so then it gave the illusion that it was overclocked, so that's why I was like, I need 540 wire a minute? I'm like, okay, well, let me go set this up. I'm like, I don't remember it being this dumb. It's not. It's...
There's no way sometimes with this track to make it look nice, like
no
foundations to support it. need production, equipment workshop. Do I have what I need to make the beacons? Yes, I do. So you just want one train, 3 things behind it.
Yep.
Just got to drive it down the other end first and extend the track out. You know, the way some of these tracks go, either the sharp turns or the way it goes up and then down, or the way it goes hops from one height to the next sort of thing. Right. I get motion sickness normally. If I was in one of these, I wouldn't last 2 seconds. For me, being in one of these, as we've set them up, would probably be like when I first got VR, and the first thing I tried on VR was Minecraft. Oh, that was horrible. I took 2 steps in Minecraft on VR and had to rip the headset off.
Oh gosh.
Oh. The train suddenly stopped. Have we got power?
On my side we do. Let me check. Where's the power pole?
Well, it says we've got power, but the train stopped. That's really strange. Oh, I think I know. No, wait, there's no clip, so I don't know why.
So, sometimes if you want to get out of the train and actually delete it, unless you've already done it.
Yeah, I have.
Sometimes you can put the tracks really close together and they overlap, and so it looks like they're connected, but they're not.
No.
So I don't know if you want to rip up that. Want to rip up? I just try it. Rip up that section of track and just.
I was already doing that anyway, in case he hadn't connected together properly. Oh, I got that backwards. It literally just stopped dead, as if there was no more track.
It's super weird.
Oh my god, it goes through the piping. Not that that's going to matter for too long, but...
It just clips right through.
Yeah, I drove through these pipes down here. Oh, this will be my first time seeing how much you've done down this end, I think.
Oh, okay. I've done quite a bit.
Oh my god, trying to get this to go in a semi-straight line, it does not work. The second there's the slightest little over or under steer, and that's it, you can't straighten it out.
Yeah.
So, do we want the station for this one just literally at the bottom of the foundations where they hit the sand?
Sure. And we just build out. We need to from there.
Well, just pipe into it from there, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the pipe work's already there. We just need, and we've got 3. Am I piping all 3, or am I splitting a particular one?
So there's a 600 that's split into 2 pipes. Which I only did that because I didn't feel like running another 600 line. And then there's a set of 600, so technically oh, that's right. There's 3 pipes, but we're only pulling in 1200. So as long as, I mean, if you want, you can split them 3 ways and fill all 3 tankers.
So you want 1 pipe per platform?
Yeah, I mean, since you already put 3 tanks on it, or going to put 3 tanks on it, might as well. If not, then you really just need the 2.
Right. Now the question is, do you want them upgraded? Or are they all happy to be what they are?
If you keep all 3 pipes, they're fine with what they are. If you're going to just make 2 big pipes, then one has to be upgraded to 600.
No, they're going to be as they are. I'm just going to extend them into, turn them into the station.
Yeah, then they're fine.
So I'm tearing up the pipelines as we speak, so you might get disruption.
Okay.
Only going into one port should be fine, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right, set all these to... Let's unload. That's load. That's set to load. That's set to load. That's not how you spell fields. Right, now I just need to loop the track back around. Just for a slight little sake of authenticity, I'm going to go over the pipes instead of through them.
Okay.
Instead of using proper foundations, I'm using the pillars. May as well, we got them.
Right.
See how they look. I mean, they work well on the base, don't they?
They do, yeah.
No, that's too much, too high. There we go. That looks like it's going to work quite well. Now I've got to do the forever curving track. Well, it's like a bloody... It's like a roller coaster that has no up and down.
Yeah.
Really? At one point we're actually going to be going through the pipes anyway. I don't know if you can see that when it comes through on the stream, but...
All that work for nothing.
Fuse broken, one of the grids is
Yep.
shut down. Is that because I've stopped
Yep.
the oil?
That, and I just disconnected on accident. I just disconnected the coal.
Right, okay.
So, we're fine.
Wait,
We'll
so
be fine.
we ran through all of that battery backup already?
No, it's letting you know, like, hey, fuse broken. It's swapping over to battery. But,
Oh no, last time it didn't say fuse broken. It just said you're using your batteries, basically.
So then I did that then. That was me. There must be only one line leading from coal and the battery and all of this to the mainland, and I just disconnected it. I have to fix that real quick.
Well, as far as I'm aware, we're no longer going through the pipes.
Nice.
Right. I did that the wrong way round again, didn't I? Or did I? Yes, I did. Ah, damn it. Guess what I don't have enough of? Without looking at the stream.
You're playing with trains, motors?
No.
Oh, then it has to be heavily modular then.
Yeah.
I say with trains, it's one of those two. All right. Let me,
I'm on my way back anyway.
Oh, okay. I'm like, let me grab something on the jump. That's fine. Back.
Oh wait, this was the inline. I'm gonna have to double check which way round I'm supposed to be going then. But I haven't got anything in tow right now anyway. damn it, I screwed up. I got the train going backward. Well, if going out on the platform over here makes the train go in the wrong end of the station at the other end. It's I think not saying it's his fault, but I think the way I normally have it set up, he's got the track reversed on the way there, and I've taken it for granted that it was the right way round. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Oh, that was close. Right, one, two, three freight cars. Tell you what, the time it takes to get there on this train is a lot easier than using the hypertube.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then again, having said that, the hypertube's a great deal easier than zipline, and the zipline's a great deal easier than chaining together a bunch of jump pads.
Right. Gonna start going down that route.
Oh my god, I just breached 200 kilometers an hour, sorry. I'm about to say kph then. Which is the same thing, obviously, but...
Oh, because you went downhill?
Yeah.
The entire way?
Well, for that section, anyway.
Yeah.
Get these out of my way. Too sharp a turn, my butt. Okay. Where are you right now?
At the base.
Yeah, where at the base? Are you anywhere
By
near
the
the...
space.
Could you just take a look up at the train station, see if I left my my things behind, my tag-alongs?
Your carts? Yeah, let me take a look.
Thank you, because they're not here.
I'm still flying in, but I don't see anything on the tracks. Alright, I'm right directly over the station. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any of the carts.
That's really strange.
I would agree. Yeah, 'cause now I'm kind of following the track up the hill, and I still don't see anything.
I definitely made them and attached them. I just don't know what's happened to them.
Yeah, I'm at the tippy top of this platform, and I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I guess they just disappeared.
How extraordinarily bizarre. I love that middle click to imprint.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It helps save a lot of time, especially when you're doing redundance.
What do you mean too long? It worked before. That looks quite good. Hop in the train. No power.
That's also not right.
Which is weird because my... Like, yeah, no, it's... There's power being consumed. Oh my god, I found my, crying out loud. I found my cargoes.
Oh, good. Where were they?
Keep watching the stream and you'll see.
Okay. Oh, they're in the train?
I braked and backed up.
Oh yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
All three they were all on top of each other. I got power. Yeah. I'm able to move. It's all good.
Okay.
I was like, how can I not have power when I can still fly?
Right.
Alright, so this is Redder C, but I changed the name of it. Oh well. So timetable. This threw me off a lot earlier. So I was trying to say I want you to go to this place, but it wasn't even registering the destination anymore. Right now, it's just telling me Tallinn, which is the one up at your end, and I got it here twice, and it's not even. And I was thinking, no, and essentially, I would have been thinking, well, why aren't you registering the one that I'm at? I didn't know that you click on it, and it brings up a list of available stations.
Oh, right.
Right, I'm working on auto. We're going to be doing our first full loop around. We're going to be coming there empty, but then going to come back and pick up.
Sounds like a plan.
That took some trying to get back on that track like that took some creative planning.
Okay. Oh, you went over? I just saw him on the street.
It's amazing just how long it takes to set up a train, to get it running properly the way you need it to.
Right.
I mean, I think it took about 2-3 hours for me and Spy to set up the one that collects all those different resources.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a sharp turn. Okay, so we enter and stop at station here. That all worked. Now we are already heading off to the next station, so the route is fully connected.
Nice.
Otherwise it wouldn't move at all, you see, so.
There you go, bye.
If you could do me a quick little solid and just hook up the outputs on this train station to the oils. To the appropriate places. You know where they are, where the appropriate places would be right now, so.
Yep.
Thanking you. I'm not sure if you're just too polite to be an American or if you should have been born British.
Oh, why did you say that?
It's just a stereotype, isn't it? That Britons are all supposed to be all like... It's like in the same way as Canadians, basically.
Oh, okay, right.
It's like a stereotype.
And so apparently Americans are just all dickheads or something?
No, just less polite by comparison. It's just the way TV shows portray it and stuff like that, you know.
Oh no, I'm not taking offense. Okay, well, I mean that's fair.
Oh no! Leaf on the track. Wait, no, that's not a leaf. That's a giant bouncy bloody dinosaur. He just strolled straight across the track like he hasn't got a care in the world.
Oh, he doesn't. He's invulnerable. He's like, I'm good. I know.
He's not invulnerable. can kill them.
Oh, can you? I tried.
Yeah, they're easier to kill using your sword than any of the guns or explosives.
Huh.
And he just drops a couple of the normal mob meat.
Well, now that I know I can kill him, because there's one that he terrorizes my base because he just walks through it because they clip through everything, and so he'll just be there and they make horrific noises, and you're like,
It takes you hit them, they run off, but as long as you can trap it, like there's a clip in the way or something, or too many conveyors for it to get through, you just wail on it and it dies. Kind of appropriate words there, really. Wail on it. Both creatures seem to be majestic. Right, well, I'm on my way up the hill with a full load.
okay. There we go.
This should help power consumption a little bit as well once we no longer need all these pumps.
Oh, yeah, because each one's like 4 or something.
And they're in triplicate as well.
Right.
It's quite funny how the trains both improve the look of your base and make it look horrible at the same time with the track layouts. Unloading. So the full circuit is complete, it's working.
Oh yeah, I needed to check them because obviously one's going to be fuller than the rest because it's...
I think they're all maxed out, to be honest with you.
This one should be a 600 line.
Yeah, but they only have a set capacity, don't they? Okay, maybe not. They've all drained pretty quick, but they were gasping, weren't they? So
why did those?
what's up?
Maybe because the train just got there while you were still. What's the word? You were still. They just didn't have that much oil. Is all I'm getting at.
Well, no. Think about it though. They would have drained a lot. So that's what I mean. But everything's gasping, like gasping for a drink. Or they're empty pipes. I didn't. I thought you connected them all the way.
No, I wanted to check to see which one. Because I can make them all 600, I guess, and then not worry. But
well, I can do the same on the other end.
Well, no, because which is fine. I just, in my mind, there's a 600 line that I know for sure, and then 2 300s.
Well, I need to fly down there anyway, deleting as I go.
Oh, I think. Again, you took all 3 pipes, so I think it were to be split. So the 600's actually 300, 300, 300. I think we're fine. Okay.
Well,
it's fine. I'll just loop them all together.
Right. So I'm gonna take from here. Basically, there's behind the fluid buffers where they are on a merger. I've taken behind the mergers.
Yeah. Okay. So that 600 line is broken up into these 2 300 lines.
Well, I will. By the time I get there, I'll have enough stuff on me to turn the 300s into 600s. I'm gonna leave the stackables there because I'm not gonna need them. Oh, so we're gonna need them for the what's it called? The hypertube. The stackable mounts. I mean, not that the hypertube would fall down if I removed them, but... Apparently there's still oil in some of these pipes.
Huh.
I can hear it. And some of the valves are still open. The pulsating bits in the middle.
Oh, it could be the 600 line, because I know that had a bit of an overflow.
A tiny bit in the middle one as well.
There you go, share.
So current usage is about 4,800. I'm going to see what it is when I'm done with all these. That train's already making its return journey. Or was that the coal? That might be the coal.
Nope, there it is. This is the...
No, that was the coal, the one I was looking at. The one that just whizzed past me.
The fuel just came same time.
Ah, okay.
So I was like, oh yeah, no, you're right. And then
So-
yeah, the coal just came.
So I switched out my hover for my blades because, you know, I'm running the distance. Like, you
Right.
hate it when you do that. You forget you changed it out. You're so used to hovering and stuff that you try to fly when you can't.
Yep. And you're like, wait, what am I doing?
I've done it before and just fallen and almost died.
Yep. Okay, good. So I was right. These are all 300 lines. All right, good. So you can actually leave it the way it is on that side going into the stations, because then I know actually how to merge them properly. Perfect.
If you look at the stream, you'll see it in a second. These pipes will be full.
That's so weird.
Well, it's such a long distance that it takes a while. It took about, what, 20 minutes for it to flow down originally when I first set it up. Maybe longer. Because it's, what, 2,000 distance? 2,000 meters?
Yeah, something along those lines, yeah.
And it can only pump
Easily.
300 gallons or whatever it is, cubic. I don't know, pints, whatever it's meant to be.
Right.
Because it doesn't actually tell you just like cubic volume. Which I've always found weird that a volume can have a cubic. I mean, I know the cubic is to fill in a 3D container,
Right.
but the way they always teach it to you back at school was it was to do with something solid. It was never fluid to begin with, was it? It started off like it just being like a gas space. That's the one. Like a gassy volume, wasn't it? Or at least
Right.
over here. I don't know if it's the same over there when they first introduced you to that kind of system. And a cubic volume isn't something that you, in liquids, isn't something you come across on a day to day.
Right.
I mean, you're
Where
more
you
likely to, if you're going to think about it, do it with a solid or a gas rather than a fluid. Clear a tiny bit of inventory space here.
Wow, concrete. I'm out of concrete. Okay.
Well, we're making 80, 60, 240 a minute.
Yeah, I just need to go pick some up, apparently.
Wait, is it 240 a minute? Yeah. Because I've got 2 drills, I think, going into 3 refineries, which are 80 per minute. Wow, we're already down somewhere in the region of 400 megawatts.
Yep. Still bringing the pipes in.
I meant like the consumption is down by about 400.
Oh.
Just from as far as I've gotten.
Yeah.
I'm not even at the end yet. And this bit's going to be a big difference because on every flat step there's a set of 3. 2 normals and a big one. And that had to be done the way it was because of the head lift.
Right.
At the time we only had the small ones, didn't we? I still got all that distance to go. You think Spy was a boss for setting up the line as far as he did? I'm the one that did all of this.
Yeah, no, again.
I mean, that took, I can't even, probably like 5-6 hours solid work. But I actually think I did it quite proficiently as well. I mean, I was only at the time, I did the water one and had to rework that up. And during the rework, I figured out how to do it a little bit more efficiently, and that's where I learned how to do it for this. So I was,
right.
So thankfully, I didn't have to redo this one. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, no.
Oh, that almost killed me. I think I'll stick to the hover pack. I'm going to have so many resources to just chuck away when I get back. There's still oil in the pipes back here. But then again, I am going from the top down. If I was going from the bottom up, then there would probably be less in them. Oh my god, my inventory. What I find funny is I'm still like holding on to dear life for this with this one bacon mushroom that I got on me, even though we don't even need it anymore. just the animal carcasses alone is enough. Even if we didn't have any of them left, we could just go. We could simply buy some of the health things, but because it's so hard to get a hold of the bacon mushrooms, because they're not as frequent as everything else, you're just loath to get rid of it. I mean, I was surprised when Spy just gave one to his doggo to play with. Do you know what I mean? And was it a heavy modular or a normal modular?
It was a heavy.
See, that one was a... But that's what made it funny, though, I suppose.
Yeah. Something so expensive.
Oh, I think I'm done. So are you sure you don't want me to upgrade these other pipes? I've got the materials on me and I'm here.
No, we're good. Promise.
I'm just keeping an eye on it for a second. When the train gets here, I can tell you how much is in a lesser one. The flow rate's maxed out, so that's good. Yeah, the 600's already full.
Right, good.
The lessers are the same. Train is almost here, and they are at 1600. I mean, I could always split the 600 to merge with the other two if you'd like. If not, I'll just hop on the train.
Nope, you just hop on the train. Should be fine. Everything's flowing on this end. Just rechecking some of these lines, which bringing in what they need to.
I wonder if there's a limit to the map. Like, can you, if you keep running north, do you reach a dead end?
Yeah.
Oh, well, apparently it doesn't matter how much is flowing on this end, because the tubes weren't complete. The cargo wasn't empty.
Yeah, no, I was still piping some of the...
No, all three of them. They had something in them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if you haven't had an occasion to say numbers since the stream started, or if you're purposely trying not to since I mentioned it.
Probably both, in all honesty. Well, the thing is with... Yeah, see, everything's still filling up. That's what's going on this side. I know we're bringing in... what is it? 900 fuel, and so I just need to make sure that I have it separated properly.
Yeah.
Or sorry, we're bringing in 600 fuel.
Well, no, we're bringing in...
No, that's a lot more.
2,400
yeah, so I was right.
per cargo. So 7,200 we're bringing in, if it's maxed out.
Yeah, for the hoppers and stuff. In my mind, I'm going to the wells, which is fine. It works out the same. Wow, okay, so that one's not pumping all the way. That's what's going on with that.
Hard day's oil work. Lovely cup of coffee in my hand first thing.
There you go.
So the flow rate on two of these aren't maxed out from up here, from the very top. not sure why, considering the downhill grade.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out too. Because these are full. It's 100%. It's just not flowing. Like this pipe is backed up. Let's take a look.
Well, I've added a couple of pumps. See if that helps. I mean, it's highly doubtful that's the issue, but given the downhill grade again, like I said, there's no harm in trying.
Okay, that's flowing again. Yeah, I deleted this one pipe and replaced it, and it looks like that.
Plus, I've got these pumps in as well.
Yeah, so the line that I was already playing with had a pump, so yeah, you added a second pump. So
I did a pump on both of these lines. So on this end up here now, they are maxed out at 300. And the pumps are actually pumping quite hard. Somewhere medium-ish, I'd say. So it looks like they were actually needed, which is really weird. Because the downhill does count, doesn't it, on this?
It should count for, like, you know, our favor, not... I don't know.
You might have to go look at the numbers.
The magic of multiplayer. Things don't work like they should.
To quote a playable character in Borderlands 2, numbers, numbers, math, math, math.
Yep, there you go. You see they're making a movie, or in talks of making a movie?
Oh, you're not using these buffers anymore?
We are. So, to make sure that the aluminum, oddly enough, is running at full speed, it produces 240 water.
No.
Our generators...
Sorry, I'm on about the oil ones.
Oh.
These little mini ones over here.
Yeah, I just detached them real quick so I could get the lines going.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go on.
I was just saying the buffers are the housings that the train comes out of. Those hold 2,400. Yeah, see, these are all working again. Good.
Well, the buffer tanks, it's just an intermediate. It says here, fluid buffer. Click on the tank, it says fluid buffer.
It does.
Try to delete one, it says fluid buffer. Ha! I win. Yeah. 20 to you, 1 to me.
I don't know what we were fighting about or betting against, but okay. Why is this? Oh, you know what? This flow rate's so low is because we're not utilizing all 600 up here.
Oh, you're kidding me. My doggo isn't my doggo again.
Uh-oh. Oh, right, because you died.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, remember that happened last time? You died, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey! So you just have to go pet him again, I think?
Well, I have to feed him again.
Oh, even worse. You gotta feed him.
Yeah, I've got to do the berry and then pat him on the head.
Oh,
Got to retame him.
This is all backed up.
Nice little laxative should sort that out. I recommend.
I'll make sure to feed.
I recommend a can of Guinness.
Okay. Make sure to feed our. Just start pouring Guinness on the conveyor belts.
It's the extreme excess of iron that's in them, plus the yeast. I would imagine.
Why is everything backed up? As much as I'd like to believe,
Too much cheese.
Everything's running at 100% efficiency. Yeah.
The only thing I can think of. Too much cheese.
I don't even know where to start other than just take a big area. Fill it full of temporary storages. Rip everything up and just throw it where it belongs. Oh, you know what I can do actually?
Damn it, this doggo. It's quite funny. I took away all those pumps, and the next time I look at the consumption, it's actually higher.
Yeah, all the refineries are running again. So the refineries, because we didn't have any oil in them, we're just sitting there.
Ah.
And so now all of a sudden you're like, I did all this great work. You're like, you did. I'm going to turn on half the base again. And you're like, wait a second. You're like, yeah. There we go. So that keeps all that moving and all that happy.
But yeah, so Borderlands 2 film, or Borderlands film, you were saying?
Yeah, that's I read just a quick snippet, and they didn't really give up too much detail, but they said that they were in the works with just right now, just trying to get the cast. So it sounds like there might be a story already written.
Anyone in particular they're looking at?
No, from this article, they didn't really give anything other than like it was one of those really crappy articles like Borderlands. So it was clickbait. Click on it, and they're like, "Yep, they're making it. They're making it sometime soon."
So that could be a complete bullshit then.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, that's it."
I don't know if you know the original film or not, but there has been several attempts to remaking The Crow.
Oh.
Do you know The Crow?
Yeah.
Yeah, there've been a few attempts at remaking it, to the point where they've even recast or tried to cast. I can't remember his surname. It's Jason something, I think. He was Aquaman.
Oh, Jason Momoa?
Yeah. They tried to cast him as the he tried to cast as tried to audition for The Crow. I can't remember why it keeps getting turned down or keeps failing or something or other. I mean, I actually knew him in something else way before Aquaman came out, way before he was in Game of Thrones. He was awesome. He actually he played the role so well. He was awesome in Stargate Atlantis.
Apparently I didn't get that far in Stargate to see him.
Well, it was a spin-off. It's a 5-series version of Stargate. It was in a... Do you know how in the original Stargate, some members of some people went off to Atlantis, to find Atlantis?
Right.
Well, Stargate Atlantis is I think it was 5 seasons, where they're in Atlantis. It's the whole mission on that side of things. And he's another alien, like Teal'c, but without the parasite.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he's from another, let's say, human culture.
Right.
You know. But he's really stoic. He's a warrior, you know, he's got this gun that everyone seems to want to... He's like a pulse pistol that everyone wants one of.
Yeah, and he comes through the portal, or the gate, right? With,
Teal'c.
Oh, what's that actor's name? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
There was an episode where they had to go back to Earth because there was some new members of the IOA and they had to be assessed.
Yeah. Okay. I did see a couple of those episodes. I know what you're talking about now.
If you like if you like Stargate, you should give Atlantis a watch. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It is there's a whole new alien enemy to deal with. It's like they're part human, part bug, and their way of feeding, they've got like a slit on their hand. They place it on your chest and they suck the life force out of you, actually aging you as a byproduct.
Oh, gross.
Extremely hard to kill. It's actually, as much as I like Stargate, I prefer Atlantis. It's got some pretty decent characters in it.
Alright, I just added it to my list.
And there was also another Stargate one, which I'm surprised didn't last very long. It was only like, I think, 2 seasons max. But basically an expedition of people found the way through a Stargate onto a Stargate seeding ship. So it's a ship that's been flying for like 10,000 years, depositing Stargates on worlds. Oh no, sorry, there was one ahead of them, and they found a way into a ship that's following that one.
Oh.
So they're exploring worlds that have Stargates on them that have never actually been explored by anyone because they were newish Stargates.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, that's super funky.
So they focused on the gate builders and how they got the gates on the planets, and it was more of a realistic one. It was, yes, it's sci-fi, but the way it was filmed, it seemed more realistic, more plausible. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that's probably why it flopped, because people didn't like the realism side of it. I liked it. It was really, really good, I found. I want to say it was Stargate Universe. I think that's what it was called. Apologies for those who are watching my stream though, guys. You didn't see it, but there was a lot of hand gestures.
Oh, you need to get yourself a camera then.
No, I'm not very photogenic, let's say. Plus the green screen I got, whilst it was given to me by Caged, one of my regular viewers here. He donated it and I bought it, but because it was still a cheap one, and whilst appreciated, as he already knows, it's plastic rather than cloth. So it's got some creases in it that light just does not interact with very well. And I haven't got standalone lamps to deal with it properly. I mean, when I first got it, I did like an unboxing on it and everything. Back on my old Minecraft channel, I think this was.
We need a big open field.
I think I know where there is one.
Right now, where your base currently is, which is fine, the only choice to expand is actually to go off the map.
Well,
and I know how you didn't really want that.
Sorry, if you were to come to me,
Okay.
past the aluminium.
Ah, no power.
You got all the way out here.
Yeah, we just have to move this stuff.
And I think there's some more resources over there. So that's where I first set up. There's no nodes on, I think that's iron. That was where I originally was. So it's not the biggest area,
If that's where you're looking all the way over there. That's actually where my base is.
Yeah, that's where I started, I think.
And then my base just runs... What is that? North and south, since we have a compass, and I can tell you that, actually.
Well, I need to go get the gas mask, because I've just seen a slug.
Okay. So what I just emptied out my inventory, and I was going to start building we'll say the foundation for our new base.
Yeah.
So I just... Right now, our current base is in a little bit of a ravine, so we're going to box in, but if we build... kind of replace where we're bringing all of this aluminum right now. We'll keep it how it is, but then this is actually where we'll start to build the base.
The aluminum, the plastic, and the rubber we should keep where it is for the moment until we've built all the rest.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm just letting you know that, like, in my mind, that's where we're going to build the new building.
Yeah.
In this area.
And we need to be careful with the doggos. We can't move the doggos until Spy's online.
That's fine.
Because one of them's his.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on kind of tearing anything out right now. It literally is one of those, like, to move the base, we're going to build a base and then kind of rip it down and move it over.
Once I've gotten this slug, are you comfortable with me just going from the top down, just tearing everything up?
Yeah, I mean, you can. This is why I was kind of building a second building right now, where you can just keep everything running. So we just build all this backlog.
I mean, we've got a pretty good backlog anyway, haven't we?
Yeah, okay. Then yeah, just tear it down and then, honestly, just make some temporary storage or whatever we need to do.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Anything like ingots and raw items, I'm just going to chuck into the deletion.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that full-heartedly, because luckily ore is unlimited.
Yeah, could you imagine if it wasn't?
No, not really.
I mean, in fact, in Factorio, it's not.
Yeah, no, I know that.
That's the one thing I wish they'd brought over from Factorio. Not the limited number of ores, but the way the conveyor belts work. So you could have 2 different items running on one conveyor belt on the left side and the right side.
Yeah, that actually help a lot of builds.
I mean, at the same time, don't get me wrong. You can't, in Factorio, you can't stack conveyor belts the way you can in here. So
yeah,
it's half of one. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Half of one. What the hell was I on about? Oh, I'm going to need the jetpack as well instead of the hovercraft. That's the first thing I did when. That's the first thing I did when I went to set up the box site, was swap out my hover for the jetpack.
Yep. I mean, it makes honest sense.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, you're not.
Couldn't. No, I'm not. Not one bit. No. I couldn't. I needed to replace these with a thinner one, and I was like, "Oh, you're running across it? Oh, okay. Watch this."
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't actually matter in terms of item usage. It costs the same amount no matter what one you're doing.
Yeah. The reason I want the thinner ones is we can use still the ground underneath it for the taller buildings if we need, or taller machines if needed. Just utilizing as much space as possible. Yeah, I wish it saved resources.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yep, I agree.
Well, I suppose unless it's just hollow. If it's hollow, then it doesn't matter one iota. Yeah, this must have been where I set up originally. I just didn't like being up high the way I was at the time.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you saw it with the jump pads and...
Yeah.
Impure ore, iron ore, yeah. But the question is, where did I see... it must have been all the way over there, that slug. Yeah, so if we need to, there's more iron over here as well. The one thing I was thinking... I know how you said... I mean, if you want to disagree with this, you're absolutely fine to. Don't just say, oh, you know, it's your stream, do it as you want. Oh my god! Portable miners are left behind.
Oh, then it's definitely your starting base.
Yeah, don't just be like, you know, it's your stream, do it, we can do it how you want. It's, if you think it's a better idea. I was just thinking, if we could break up... I know it won't be in rooms because of the size of them, but like a section of the base, like split up from the rest, apart from the transportation, solely for copper, one solely for iron. I don't know if that makes any sense, the way I'm trying to explain it.
Yeah, you have a bunch of buildings, we'll call them buildings, essentially making all of that tiered product.
Yeah, like different factories that merge into one at the final result.
Yeah, we can do that. That's a neat idea.
It should neaten things up as well, and help us compartmentalize.
Yeah, because then what we could do is then essentially the bottom floor of this factory that essentially I'm putting the foundations on, literally, just become almost like a shipping hub in regards to it's all the pre-mades, and then we just take all the prefab and just stick it where we need it. So
yeah,
in comes the screws and the motors and the modular frames, and then we just build the big stuff. Yeah, I like that idea.
This was... Wait, was this mine? Because that's still got the node on it. One of them has, but the other one hasn't. That's weird. Well, there's even more iron over here. One of them's got the node, one of them hasn't. So, if we're expanding all the way over this way, we can definitely... it makes it easier to split it up. I said the word already and I can't pronounce it again for some reason. Oh wow, I found some dodgy texture.
Already?
Compartmentalize, that's the one. I tried to walk through it to see if I could. There, I'm just seeing it on my stream now.
Oh, the grass texture stretched.
It's like part of the wall. Well, there's another slug. So far, just coming over here, I've found a yellow and a green. Don't know how I missed these. Oh, the yellow one I wouldn't have been able to get to. It was in the gassy area. I hope you went over the edge. Yeah, it did. The dog, the animal that just rammed me went flying over the edge.
Good.
That's always annoyed me, how long it takes you to pick up a slug.
Yeah, you have to hold.
Here's a question. You'll see it in a minute. This scenery I'm currently looking at, is that reachable?
No. Looking on the stream? No.
Because it looks like it's made out of the same... I mean, you got that little plant there, for example, the balloon-shaped one. It just makes it look like it could be.
So, where we're pulling water from, the waterfall, it definitely goes around a little bit. But the last time I physically went over there, it's for show. You clip right through and fall to your death.
Okay.
So, that part, now if you're looking on stream, I think it's one of those like, yeah, I think there's physically land there, but the last time I did it, I clipped right through. I was like, oh, well, that's not cool.
I wonder if that one there is usable. It's like a tooth sticking out. Oh my god, I just tried to fly again and couldn't. Thank you, autosave. Stupid bloody moment. I suppose when you got it set to over 5 minutes, it's going to happen when you're fighting anyway. Yeah, here's some more of the iron nodes I used. Oh my god, I do that all the time in this stupid game. I press like number 1 to reach my weapon.
Oh, yep.
Yellow slug's worth 3, isn't it?
2.
2. I've got 5 power shards worth on me right now. Not the best haul, but not a bad one.
That stupid bird. Flapping stingray thing. There it is.
The thing that I find weird, not annoys me, but I find weird, you're walking through the forest and you get all those little ones, and like, and you look around and like, where's the big one gone? You know those little ones that follow the big one in its wake?
Yeah. Okay.
So you're walking through a forest and you get a flock of the smaller ones, and your first instinct is, oh shit, something, you know, I've got to watch out, the big one's around here somewhere, it's going to knock me for 6.
Oh, right.
Not attack me, obviously, but...
Yeah. That's what you're saying.
Stupid parrot. Why can't you be tameable? Walk around with a parrot on your shoulder, giving you like a squawking at you every time an enemy's approaching.
There you go.
The hell is that?
There he is.
I'm just making a save just in case I die doing this, alright?
Okay.
So you're warned. I shouldn't die doing it, but... I think I've got like a coal vein over here. Yeah, pure coal node. And it's actually black, whereas the other ones I've seen are white.
I know where you are.
Why did this not register when I ping it?
Should have.
No. The ones down the other end were the first ones that showed up. Well, you know where this is. If you feel like we can make use of that somehow, by all means. That's why I was like, what the hell's that? Because it was black. They're all white, aren't they, normally? Are you like me? If you find a work in progress thing, you pick it up?
I pick some of them up. But then you get to a point where you're like, I have 5 of these. I don't know if I'm going to need...
Well, I do it for 2 reasons. One, just on the off chance they add something in. And 2, yeah, I've already gotten that one. Gets rid of the noise.
Yeah, the noise is a lot of the times why I pick it up. There he is.
With me?
No, the bird. I need to make sure. I need to see his flight path.
He goes past the arch across the top of our high point.
He'll stray from this base.
Oh, sneaky. That is very sneaky. Watch the stream.
Okay. Play so freaking low.
Hey Simon, how you doing, dude? Did you see the slug?
Oh, hey!
That is sneaky as hell.
That is actually.
I mean, I've had some in the middle of explodable rocks, but at least them, they're expected. Almost.
Right.
You know, you kind of expect that. It's a secret area, and what else is going to be there? Yeah, if it's not a node, it's going to be something decent. Yeah, Simon here, the one I just had a load to. He's the one that got me the green screen.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or funded it. He's a real life friend. Oh crap! Oh, I did this last time. I remember that now. Can't see anything. It's like a little crevice that I felt fall in, trying to get across a certain gap, and I'm in a smoky area. Oh, so if I change equipment to get across the gap, I get hurt.
You're going into the gas spider cave.
Yeah, I was just gonna get some spiders. I've already done the. I've already done the slug that's in here.
Okay.
Ah, there were no spiders, so they haven't respawned. Hey, hello.
Those power lines aren't connected.
Do you need me to grab your stuff?
You can if you'd like. The only thing I want is the hover pack out of that.
I've got
the
it
rest
all.
should be just concrete because I'm building.
You know, I got all of it. It's no, these power lines are just zip lines.
Well, hey, now those now you know for sure that you can get out of there because you can just build with concrete.
Well, no, I attached my hover pack and got across and got out of the hole that way. Just quickly changed it and.
Oh man.
There we go. Yeah, this is the Caterham ore over here.
Yeah.
Is that what you was heading towards?
No, I thought you were stuck, so I was going to build you a ramp out.
Ah, and you're trying to hover yourself down.
Yes, sir.
Right, I think everything here is yours. How high would it go?
Well, let's see.
You know what would be a lot... Oh, you want to see, or I can just build a little storage?
It's entirely up to you.
It'll be quicker if I can build a storage. See if I've got what I need. Yeah.
Yeah, mine should just be a metric ton of concrete.
Take what's in there. I've got 2 more items. There you go. Oh, wait. There you go. Yeah, I was control clicking, so I put both our hover packs in there.
I saw that. You're like, hold on. I'm like, whoop, not 2. Really, nothing? There we go.
Right, so we are quite literally at the point. There was nothing else we can do, is there, until we simplify everything.
Correct. We need to build some type of structure to kind of house everything, and so that's why I was just laying down foundations out. Get a height, because that bird thing.
Oh, you're one of them. You're one of them. There's a YouTuber that I watch, and it always bugs me when he says that. I don't know why. It's like height, like there's a F on it, or a TH at least. Height or heights. It's
Oh.
Oh, don't worry, it's fine. I was like, oh, you're one of those. There's no right or wrong way of saying things, you know.
Height there's a T at the end.
Yeah, but you were saying it like there was a TH.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm referring to.
Put me out. Shoot me now.
that's what he was saying. That's what he says. So, like height.
Oh yeah. The height of an object versus the height. Yep. I gotcha. I gotcha.
I mean, I'm not having a go at you. It's like, oh, okay. I got your number. 118, right?
Yeah.
I know you want. Do you actually get that over there? No, you wouldn't have done. That's a British advert. Pretty sure.
118.
118. It's information line sort of thing. It's like call 118 if you want to find out what restaurants are in the area, or what the closest version of a restaurant is, or.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, volume 8. Alexa, what is the phone number 118 for?
118. The hairdressers on Dyke Road in City Centre, Brighton, UK.
Alexa, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. She's told me an address for hairdressers in a town like, I don't know, it has to be like 100 miles away.
Oh gosh.
Right. So we are demolishing this top floor entirely, like even the foundations, yes?
Yes.
How's this working? Look on the stream to see how I've done that.
Alright.
Quick and easy way.
Now.
Quick and easy. Watch your alert.
Yep.
Easiest way to do it.
It really is.
I was got to be careful actually for doing that. I'm hovering. So if I take out the floor beneath me and the close and enough power sources.
Right.
That filled up like half my inventory nearly.
Yeah, that's why
You know, I picked up some steel beams and pipes.
yeah, I just put everything in like my real storage is just sitting in some big storage units by the base, by the hub.
That's why I picked up the pipes and just so that I've got them, I can just chuck down a storage, put the important items away. It's a shame that that stuff's going to be full of items, because otherwise what we could technically do is any items to make an assembler, just chuck in one, and so on and so forth. But because it's just going to be giving us all the extras and stuff like that, it's just going to be a pain in the butt trying to separate. I'm assuming, given that we're starting this at 20 to 10, you want it left on again tonight?
No, because remember, well, I don't think I told you. I'm pretty much right when we get to the end of the stream, I kind of just have to go.
Okay.
And then I won't be back. So you can probably...
Is that midnight my time?
Yeah, I think that's...
Hour 20 away.
Yeah, when we normally been getting off. I know you usually stream 2 hours, but we've been going a little extra.
Yeah, because I don't actually have work again until Monday, so...
Yeah, so when you're good and you're like, all right, calling it a night, be like, oh.
Yeah. Well, if you need to call it, like, and not so you don't have to rush to get going, by all means, let me know.
Okay.
You know, you're here just as much as I am, so your timetable's important as well.
I would definitely tell you. I wouldn't be like, I'm late now.
No, it's not so much late as rushing to get ready. You know, no sense leaving it to the last second.
Yeah. Nope, we're good. We're good. Oh my gosh.
Here's one thing I wish I didn't add, that I wish I'd take away. So when you're doing the, like I am, when you're selecting multiple items to demolish,
right.
if you're not careful, if you're doing this and you forget about it, the thing that you're looking at, even though it's not been selected with the save this for deletion button, it gets deleted anyway.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, yep.
That's just as annoying, I think. Also, yeah, sorry. You know how I said we should just build with the tier 5 belts just because, you know, if we've got the resources, might as well do it. That being the case, should we set up a secondary storage for the things, the aluminium plates?
I mean, can't hurt. I mean, if whatever we don't use, just trash. But yeah, I'll set it up right now.
Yeah, just chuck it in the middle of the belt that goes towards the storage. Because if there could be up to 3 of us doing it at any given time. So it's going to be a bit hectic, isn't it? And just making sure we're not stopping to wait for the belts to refill. It also helps the fact that if we're sticking to one belt, we don't have to make sure that we've got the resources for other belts if we run out. If that makes sense. Like we can destroy everything except for the resources for one belt in terms of what makes the belts. I'll tell you what, we're going to reach a certain point, and I swear to God, we're going to hear a collective sigh of relief from every single one of your oil powers. As we get there, next thing we hear is... and unclench.
Right.
Oh wow. So those, remember I've got those 2 storages on the side for beams and pipes.
Yep.
Well, the pipes is absolutely maxed out, but the beams is empty.
Oh, I might have disconnected that.
Oh, okay. Even so, it wouldn't have emptied that quickly. I've taken away a lot of the machines from the top. Right. So far I've gotten up to 23 power shards on me. I made like 5. So these will come from the machines.
Yeah, because we'll definitely, since we're gonna sprawl out, we'll try not to use power shards. Because that also help our power grid, because these machines get stupid power hungry. Now, I know we're gonna have to use some, which is fine.
Well, if anything, the worst case scenario would be using them for the power production instead of using them on the. Well, I mean, I suppose there will be a couple actually, wouldn't there, where we might need to just quickly up one a little bit just to keep up with the output.
Yep. So again, I don't plan on not using them
Logistically.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. The power production just dropped like... It's fluctuating like 500 megawatts.
That's not good.
It was at 9,000, yeah. Now 8.6.
Yeah,
8.4. It's not just the production either, the capacity's matching it. Right, explain again. I think you might have done at one point, but just give me a return lesson on the max connection, on max cons.
Yep. So blue line is if all the machines are running at 100%, that's how much we would be using. Orange is current, and then the gray is what we're producing ourselves.
Right. Okay. Because I always think when it's max cons, it's consumption, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. I keep thinking connections. Like you can only connect so many wires to power.
Oh.
So, you know, so much electricity
right.
down so many wires. That's what I keep seeing it as.
Okay.
So it's consumption, maximum potential consumption.
Yeah, so they haven't luckily added that into the game where they're like, these wires can only carry 500 megawatts. Good luck.
Well, yeah, but I think maybe they would add it because we got the quick wire and we got different variations of power poles. So it's potentially in the works.
Yeah, I hope not, but yes, it would be very easy for them to be like, this is how this is done now.
You come into your game, you know what, I've beaten the game so far, I've got everything running so beautifully.
Right.
Everything is running to a T, you know, like your place, yeah? Every screw accounted for. They throw in this update, half your machines no longer work.
You just sigh, be like, yeah.
You have to tear down everything you've made and redo it just for the power consumption.
Yep. You'd have to tear up all your power lines and then reformat them according to max amount. You'd be like, oh.
I think there would be a huge, tremendous drop in players for a while. The hardcore ones that reach the end.
Right.
Anyone who constantly plays the game and goes past tier 4. I think most people who, like me, and Spy is a good one for it, likes playing the beginning of the game as well, like a lot. So would restart happily because, you know, why not? You know, it's fun to play, fun to remap each time, different way of doing it.
Right.
But once you pass tier 4, the consumption rate would just go up through the roof because of the style of machines that you'd need. So tier 5 upwards would just be annihilated if they added in that power change.
Oh yeah, my whole base would go down for who knows how long, until I could, again, depending on how many megawatts they could, you know, let each tier of pole and wire go.
Yeah, so currently we got 5 Mercer spheres and 5 of the mushroom dicks. I mean, summer slop. Work in progresses. Well, they do though, don't they?
Yeah.
Can't fault me for that. That's what they look like. How many inhalers do you have?
I don't know. It'd be in that chest. I think I had 4 the last time I checked. About.
Would you like a couple more?
Sure. If you want to just throw them in that chest by the hub, I'll take them.
I've just made another 6, so I'll give you 3 of them. I was just using up the alien organs. What, the little chest out front?
No, there's 2 big full-size storage containers.
Why is
Right
a
next to
coffee
the
cup
club
in there?
Because I wanted to keep it safe. I have you know that is the first time I've unarmed myself with that cup since you gave it to me. I've kept it on me this entire time.
I've had mine on me constant. I may not have always had it on my hand slot, but I have always had it on me.
Yeah, that's what I did though. I don't think I've equipped it many times, but I definitely had it.
I mean, I've actually got a designated spot for it as well. That's actually backwards. There we go. So I've got my Xeno Basher. Then to the right of that is my inhaler. It's just right next to it because obviously combat.
Right.
Then to the other side of that is my zipline.
Okay.
Because I frequently use the zipline back and forth a lot. And next to the zipline is my cup of coffee. So I'm on the zipline. I come off, there's my coffee.
Yeah, some of the models are just so big. I hate having them, like especially when I'm building. I always have to carry the sword, and a lot of the times I just unequip my entire handbar, so I have nothing in those slots.
It's not necessary, but if we're able, wouldn't mind incorporating a couple of decorational pieces, like the pillars, for example.
Yeah, so if you want to come actually to where I'm building, I actually copied one of your pillar designs that I liked to space the floors out. You're more than welcome to come take a look and see if they get your...
My thumbs up.
Yep. So I was going to space them evenly depending on however big we build it, and then just copy the design so it has the support pillars and then the surrounding walls covering it.
Are we able to destroy that rock?
No.
Well, the only reason I had the walls around it was because it was on a corner.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you want to keep it like that, you're more than welcome. The if I were doing this, I wouldn't have the side ones on it, just the back, just to hide it. But when you're inside, you see it. It's there supporting it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I like that.
IRL, they wouldn't hide it from the inside, would they? If that makes sense.
Yeah, to me, it'd be like they were building a big old pillar, and then so there's the side struts that support it, and then there's this monster inside.
Yeah, I mean, if they're showing it, if they don't want to show it, then they'll encase it all the way around, and that's what you see inside places like a concrete pillar where you're not seeing the infrastructure. Right. But if we're seeing it, then there's no need for the side ones. That's the only way I see it. Anyway, I mean, if you want to keep them there, like I said, it's still good. You're using them. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the fact that they're being used and all that. Unless, I suppose you could keep the walls. See if I can make one. I don't know if I can right now. Yeah, the side walls actually do have a use technically then. I don't know where you are.
Just down the side. I'm right here.
If you look up here near the top of this pillar on the wall.
Yep. It has a little knob.
Yeah, I did a through and through one.
Then there we go.
So there, yeah. That could be used as a wire through and through then.
Perfect.
You know, aesthetically wise, I prefer like the walls there if they have a use. That's you know, aesthetically that's what they're used for, obviously, things like that. Do you have any idea how painstaking it was when I was building the base just to make sure every panel faced the right way on the walls? Because they've got different designs on each.
Right.
I mean, look at, I don't know if you can see that, but I've placed down one of each side.
Take a look. Yeah.
How do you keep falling down?
I don't know. The game's just like, we're done with you.
Oh, wait. When you're on the floor, are you crouched? I've had that bug a couple of times. Like, if I'm flying down and I interact with something, when I come out,
wow,
it's constantly trying to drag me down.
Yeah, no, this is just being out of power, which is bizarre to me.
I've got one bar here.
This is not connected.
I was gonna chuck another one of these nodes on the other side of the wall here, doing through and through, but I didn't have enough on me.
There we go. Now it has power. Yeah, because these buckles are the one side.
Yeah, so there's two different designs.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you stick a wall down on both sides, then you could do another one of those through and through nodes on the wall opposite and just tag it going across. I know it's a bit of a waste in terms of distance, but it still looks good, I think. So I don't always just go for productivity as well. I like to try and it's even more of an achievement if you can make it looking sort of half decent at the same time.
Right.
Sorry, I know that's asking a lot more. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, now he's asking me to do this.
No. I get it. I do.
I can't help it. I did a Minecraft channel for years. And Minecraft, a lot of, obviously, it's about not just, even if it's modded, it's not just the productivity. You've got to go aesthetic as well if you're doing it on the channel, and you've got all these buildable options available. And it can't always be helped. It's just, it gets to a point where it's just too ingrained.
Right.
I mean, have you seen me and Ramsey play Shopkeep yet?
I caught very little.
Well, in Shopkeep 1, at the very least, I actually try to get it like there's certain displays in certain areas. Like when I unlock extra areas of the shop, I have all weapons in one room, consumables in another, all set up in nice little displays, like spaced out from each other in the appropriate ways and things like that. Wizard's armor in another section, knight's armor in another, stuff like that.
Right.
Once you unlock the room, it's just the way I play now at this point. So apologies if that ever gets in the way of what you're trying to do. It's not intentional.
All good. I was just gonna build a foundation and then put pillars. How you want to decorate it? That's you.
But there's not a lot of apart from colours. There's not a lot of decorationals in this. So the pillars are decorational.
Right. Wow, my inventory's full of crap.
What is your preference, by the way? The orange walls or the steel ones? The steel-coloured ones? I know.
So I always build with the steel. I don't know why. That's just always been me. But makes all my buildings look like a tin shack, which I hate. So when I joined your world, I was like, wow, those yellows actually give it like a building kind of look.
They're cheaper as well.
Are they?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, then there you go. Even better.
The yellowy orange one. 3 iron plates and 3 concrete, whereas the other one, oh no, it's exactly the same. My bad. It just costs more ticket wise to buy them.
Oh, okay.
I didn't look at the recipes, to be honest with you. I just assumed because they cost more to purchase them,
Right.
that it would cost more to make them.
Right, that cost is passed down.
The only grievance, you'll see it on my stream if you look for a second. The only grievance I have with the pillars is this.
Okay.
You can offset it by putting a foundation on top of it instead. Again, you'll see that in a little bit of a lag. I just didn't get around to doing it that way myself. Oh. Instead of having the orange stick out, you can stack it up on top like this. Which does make more sense, I suppose, because you don't put a pillar up on a pillar, you put a pillar to a floor to a pillar, don't you?
Yes.
You don't walk through a building and feel a pillar beneath your feet at any given point.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't look down and be like, wow, is that a structural support right there?
Well, no, it's not so much look down, it's the feel of it, because when you're walking over it. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, not with the. It's not my grievance with the ability to build them. It's the way I did it. It's like okay, if I could have been bothered to go back and change everything to sort it out, that's how I would have done it.
Oh, right.
So it was roughly 6-ish you jumped on today, wasn't it, my time?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is it? Do you think you'd be available to just pop on quickly tomorrow around similar time?
Yeah. Shouldn't
Because
be.
what I might try and do is set up the copper in... Oh no, I suppose no, there's no point, because we don't know how many we're going to need yet. I was going to say, if I set up the copper in like the room style that I was on about, and see what you think, if I'm thinking of it the right way, but we have no idea how many we're going to need, do we? of each type.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of you doing is if you took those 2 nodes and you just max them out and you dedicate that to one type, then you know. You're like, this is going to make 700 sheets. There you go.
Don't worry about it, because it'll be cutting it close to the time I normally jump on to game with my friend, which I do on a Sunday. So, I'll jump on in our foundation build probably. And what we'll do is we'll start doing the actual build on stream, maybe, or later in the day on Wednesday. If I don't stream Wednesday, which I normally don't, we can jump on and do some work then if you're available. Then we can see kind of where we're at, what we're looking at, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Let's get a good collab going.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that a tier 5 belt would transfer items to the sink so slowly?
Yeah, when you have a bunch of them in there.
So to anyone watching, guys, I know what's going to be happening on Monday. Celestro's still going to be away for the week, so me and Ranty will be jumping in with some more Shopkeep 2. So if you like that game, hopefully we'll see you around for it. We don't know for certain about the week after, but if Celestro's back, then we're probably going to jump back into some more Craftopia. And we have a game planned for when all that's done. Ranty was kind enough to, whilst it was on offer, buy Celestro a copy of Ark, and he's offered to rent a server because I'm not going to be able to do it this time around. So we're going to be doing some Ark play, which will be quite good. It's been a while, and it gets kind of dull trying to do it solo, especially with the crafting time, taming timers. And if you do them solo, you have to. If you adjust the timers solo, it's just you got one extreme or the other. It's too quick or it's too slow. You can never get that middle ground. So hopefully we can find the appropriate middle ground for the 3 of us. And there'll be an active server as well, so things will be happening when we're offline. So we'll have to make sure we keep up with the dino feeding and things like that. Is that something you'd be interested in playing as well, or?
Yeah, it would be. Sorry, I got a phone call.
Oh, okay. So I didn't realise it was muted. I normally have it.
Nope.
There we go. I normally have it showing a little bit, but I must have forgotten to bring it forward.
Yeah, all good. Let me just. I'm still around. Let me just take this real quick, and then yeah.
connect this back up. Wait, what? Yeah, that's the right way. Apart from that section. No power. Cable. Okay. They were running. That's what we need, just to hook them up. It's fine, it's perfect. That's producing. I should keep it going. There we go. Perfect. I did all that just so I could do the following. Where am I? No. That's where I need to be. Okay. Just so I could do that. So that if you fill up one storage, you've got the other available. Right, back to the destruction. Spy's gonna be so annoyed when he sees all this. He put so much work into making more. He's gonna come in and see less. all that. Sorry guys, I know this is dull work, but at this point it needs to be done. There's not much way we can progress with the way things were, so we need to do a complete rebuild, maximize our production. Otherwise, trying to make certain items we're just not going to be producing in other areas, or for the items that we're trying to produce in the first place. So we just need a complete rebuild, work out what we need, where we need it, less of a all over the place system, keep everything in groups if we're able. Keep it neat and tidy. At least until Spy gets back on. Come on, thank you. So apparently, the reason why we have to get out as well, not just for the sheer number of machines, I wasn't aware of this. If we were to go up any higher and be in the flight path of that bird, that thing there, whenever it clips through a wall, apparently it just hugely lags out your game and it basically becomes unplayable until it's managed to pass through. And because it's on a constant loop around, it would happen frequently. So that's why I'm having to get rid of the entirety of this floor, this level. How long my power would last. The highest I can go up. There we go, it's gone. Might actually get to see the landscape again in a minute. I don't think we're going to rip up that much, to be honest. We still have the base level at the very least. start being careful here, otherwise I'm going to end up deleting something I don't want deleting. Oh, I'm so glad this light fitting was here.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Cool. Well, where's that? I just realized I think I made this side too high.
I reconnected the copper line to the sheeting production. Because we had stopped producing and we don't know how much we're going to go through when we rebuild.
Right.
So I hooked that back up so it can, because we only had one storage basically overall full of the sheeting. I don't know if you disconnected it for a reason or not, so I'm just making sure.
I did at the time because I moved the foundations.
Oh, okay.
So, you definitely could have connected it, but I got rid of all the, I got rid of all the, what's the word?
Well, I just reattached the line.
Yeah, I got rid of all the constructors, though.
Oh, okay.
So, there's no sheets being made temporarily.
Well, the sheets are fine, it's just the ingots we needed.
Oh, okay. Oh, then yeah.
Yeah, it's just ingots mixed in with the aluminium.
Oh, yeah. That side. Yep, I did. I totally.
For some strange reason, actually, the conveyor belt was going in the right direction, and suddenly there was one going the wrong way. A section going the wrong way.
Yeah, I've noticed that happening a little bit. The conveyor belt is showed going the wrong way, but the items move against it.
It actually was going the wrong way.
Oh.
When you had the two conveyor belts connected in the middle, you could see one was heading in the wrong direction from the other, and when I tried to hook up the line to the one showing the wrong direction, it wouldn't connect.
Oh, weird. Okay.
So it wasn't until I turned it around that it connected up. Another thing I've done, so you know how like we're sitting there waiting for the deletion of items if we've got too many of the basic stuff or stuff that we already know is full, you know.
Right.
I've added a secondary storage and hooked it up with an elevator, conveyor elevator.
Oh, okay.
Just so that we can empty all our inventory as needed.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm almost done with this top floor. Am I taking down the middle as well? I mean, if we're building from the ground up.
Yeah, I guess technically yes. Unless you want to keep that building as, keep the actual foundations in the building, but clean up everything inside, because then that could be one of the, like you're saying, could be one of the storage or one of those other buildings that, that could be the concrete building or whatever, however you said you were envisioning.
So well, it's a big building for specific element item creation. Like all concrete items or all just iron items, or it's a lot of space even then, isn't it? Still. I don't know.
Yeah, depending on scale, I guess.
I don't know. We'll need to see how we're building it. The iron, I don't think would fit in here. Given if I'm right about the number of machines we're going to be doing to do it with. Copper, maybe?
Yeah. Copper might work.
if we are going to do the different layers of like a second floor on most of these buildings, or even some, but essentially, well, even if not, I like to try and get lighting involved.
Sure.
Because I'm sure you've heard from not just from me, but other people at this point who have seen my actual monitor. My monitor's quite dark, like my gaming side of it.
Okay.
My OBS is on my left-hand monitor, and the preview is actually brighter than my actual game that I'm looking at. It's just something with my monitor. I don't know why. It's at the brightest I can possibly make it. It's just a dark monitor.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's why I'm building the buildings kind of as high as I can so that we can get machines and then hopefully lights as well. We should be able to get lights.
Well, I mean, even if we don't add a ceiling, we can still floodlight.
Yeah, that's always true too.
And the floodlights. I don't know about the indoor lighting, but I don't know about the ceiling lighting, but the wall lights you can't control what time of day they turn on. But the big floodlights you can say I only want you on at night.
Yeah, so that's where that box would come in. That control box would be for those big overhead lights.
Well, no. The floodlights you can actually manually do individually.
Uh huh.
You don't need a control unit.
Right, but the string lights and the floodlight head, that's where you'd use the box.
Oh, okay.
And you can tell it day, color, temperature, brightness.
Yeah. That's what you got with the floodlights.
Right. Yeah, so that's what that control box just lets you do with just all the stringed lights.
Well, worst case scenario, we just surround the entire compound with floodlights.
Right. Looking in.
Football pitch style.
There you go.
I'm more of a snooker fan, though.
So this can only go this high, but then...
Oh my god, I can actually see terrain as it was envisioned. Yeah, so Ark. Is that something you'd be interested in playing with us?
Yeah. I like Ark. Ark is fun.
Do you think you'd be able to, I don't mean this in a harsh way or anything, but do you think you'd be able to not obviously commit to every stream, but play a bit more often than you were able to on Valheim, without getting into specifics as to why you couldn't?
Right. Yeah, that's so hard to say right now, in all honesty. Obviously, like Valheim, yeah, I didn't show up other than once. I've been more consistent with this.
I'm not going to get into why, because that's obviously your stuff, what was going on, but it's more for the like with Valheim. It wasn't just you. Stu had some problems going on, wasn't able to come along. But we kept making items for you guys in case you came back and wanted to join in, but to make sure you had the armor and the weapons. And
Right.
So it's I think that the prevailing idea was Ragnarok, or whatever it is, that version of it. That is a free update, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. One of them I know is for sure.
Yeah, because Ranty, was talking about, because we wanted Celestro to have a copy. It's obviously a game he'd enjoy from the way you've seen him play Valheim, for example.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's normally like £50 now. I mean, what the hell?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I'll double check this. £45 is its normal price right now. At the moment, it's on offer for £9. 88% off. I remember buying this game at £15
Yeah,
full
I
price.
think that's. I bought it for the equivalent.
Back in the day, you know.
Yeah, I don't at all remember it being. Yeah.
I mean, talk about success going to your head.
Yeah, honestly, where you take your to AAA title almost in price.
I didn't notice this, guys. Otherwise, I would have given you all a heads up. And I know there's not a lot of time left, but if you're able to download this game quick enough, it's like a 40 gigabyte download. It is free to play for the next 1 day, 18 hours. So if you want to give it a little tester, by all means. It looks like the price offer is for the same length of time. But yeah, so Ranty was kind enough, because my money's a bit tight suddenly, so I wasn't able to do it this time, but Ranty was kind enough to buy Celestial a copy, and he's offered to pay for a server for it as well. So it's not going to be one person hosting like this is. It's going to be like Valheim was.
Right.
So I think worst case scenario, if you played and then wasn't able to play for a while, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Just make sure you haven't got anything in your inventory whenever you log off.
Right.
That way, if we need anything specific that you got on you, or obviously like your own personal weapons, that's different, and your armor, but any items for dino food or even feces has its uses in that game, doesn't it? So if you're I mean, from my point of view, you're welcome to join in. I can't imagine the others having any issue with that. I'll just I won't let them know that obviously what was going on, but ow. Oh, I just dropped all the way down to the ground level.
Ow.
I had just enough electric in my pack to slow my fall a fraction, like 2/3 of the way down. I think when demolishing like this, jetpack is the better option. Because you're not relying on stuff that you're deleting to keep you afloat.
Right. You're like, well, she.
At one point, as I fell, it just came into my mind like a Wile E. Coyote thing. You know, kind of look at the camera, look down,
yep.
Look at the camera,
Look
hold
down.
up a sign saying "Yikes." The sort of thing I'd probably do in a Minecraft animation next time I did one. If I ever got back to doing it again. I do miss doing that, it's just the time it takes. It's so immense. A 3-minute animation used to take me 4 months or so to do, and even then there was still mistakes that I missed.
Yeah, I remember you saying that when you were showing us some.
Damn it, I think I caught some of your build there when I'm trying to delete.
It's fine.
No, I cancelled it out. There we go.
So I'm just kind of laying out a building. We don't have to keep it this big. This is just kind of a...
It's already looking like more of a success than my building did. I thought you weren't going for the 3 floors.
So where I didn't go for the 3 floor, this is technically going to be a balcony off this one side because it's where the bird comes in and swoops.
Oh, so there's going to be no walls up there or anything?
Yeah, so where I'm standing, if you can see me and where I'll ping,
Yeah, just about.
There can just be machines here. We can't put walls or anything, and then everything north of that location should be okay.
Okay.
From watching this thing fly. And again, I don't know if we're going to need all 4 floors, because where this building is 3, but there's a ground level technically, because it's underneath all this aluminum we're still making right now, so I didn't want to rip it up.
Oh, that would be good if we could if they could add it so that you could build underground, like dig out, like not so much dig out, but highlight a room, like plan out a room. You build, you say like with a ghost image, I want it. This is going to be my room. And then it hollows it out and allows you to place down those items, like the foundations and stuff to build.
Yeah, like a blueprint almost.
Yeah. And then if you delete it and it holds that room shape until there's no items or people in there, and then as soon as you're out, it reforms the area back to its original state. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with a terraformed world everywhere. People will be using it to tunnel to get to resources and safely, you know.
Right.
Or to try and find a way. I suppose if they did do it, and people would obviously try to use it like that, they'd have to add in like spiders would find a way into them and stuff like that.
Oh heck no, yeah.
Which could then work their way along and infest your base.
You're just chilling, and all of a sudden, Queen Spider just comes out of the. Just drops down from the 3rd story onto you. You're like, ah!
Scares the crap out of you, makes you fall off the top of your base.
Yep. You take fall damage, and you're like, really?
But that would, in my eyes, I know that's like kind of sounds stupid the way we just said it, but at the same time, it pushes it a little bit more towards Factorio again. Because you had those alien races that would just swarm you, and you'd have to set up the automated defenses that you've got around your perimeter, that you're conveyor belting ammo to. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Factorio is what this game is modelled off of. So
cut the floors if needed.
I'm also going to be removing all conveyor belts leading to storage as well.
Okay.
So it can be all redone and...
Yep. I didn't think about that. We could technically cut these floors, so there's 3, we'll call them 3 main floors, but then you can cut them in halves or quarters depending on the machinery. Height?
Yeah.
Height?
Yeah. See? I told you. You're one of those.
I am one of those. And then, you know, you shove more machinery underneath it or on top of it or whatever is needed. Oh, looks like that's going to work.
See, I might start coming in with the over-the-top British slang.
Oh, okay.
Like, bumbershoot.
Yeah, there you go. Just completely lose me. I'm like, I have no idea.
Bumbershoot, it's an umbrella.
Okay.
Don't ask me why, it just is.
Okay. I'm like, why? Nope, alright.
It's like, I know obviously there are some English words that make absolutely no sense as to why they are what they are. And there's the same with some American words.
Right.
But there were some that were reversed, like American football. You call that football, and that's understandable because you're toe punting a ball, you know, all the time. Although you are carrying it, but there's a lot of kicks involved still, isn't there?
Yeah.
But then why the hell do we call it rugby?
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
See if I can think of another good example. See, soccer, I can sort of get where that's along the lines of, because it's still associated with feet in a way, but it's a little bit of a stretch in terms of association in my eyes.
Okay.
Billiards then. Well, I suppose, yeah, pool as well. That makes no sense either. Never mind, I'll shut up. Hey, Spy.
Hey, Spy, come join the fun. We're breaking stuff.
Only for another 15 minutes or so, though.
For another 15 minutes, we're breaking stuff.
I should probably show him the train station.
Sure.
Good job on the main infrastructure on the train track, Spy. I extended it over. Oh, the train's here as well. Could not have timed that better if I tried. Oh, it's pulling out station. Oh, just got it. He said, nah, soon he'll crash. Oh, there's a bit of pipe I missed. We've officially unlocked everything on tier, what is it, 7?
Yeah.
Everything on tier 7 is now unlocked. So we have access to our radiation suit. The crash pod at the back, amongst all that radiation rock, we can't do it yet. We can't unlock it. What is it we needed? The, what's it called? Something we can't make yet. Some sort of motor.
Oh, the turbo motors?
Turbo motor. We needed like 6 of them, so we can't unlock it yet. And that's like the second to last thing on tier 8 before we can actually open them up to make as well, I think. So right, so this is the oil field side. I did rename it, but it didn't stick for some reason.
Vroom vroom. What he said.
See, that beast is kind of trapped there, and I wanted to show you that I could kill it, but I don't want to get off the train because it would leave me. Yeah, so at the moment, Spy, what we're doing is we're just deleting all machinery. We're rebuilding the foundations. We're not going to start doing a proper build, I think, was it till Wednesday?
Yeah, something around that time.
Wednesday evening, because I think we all need to kind of collaborate on it. But what we're thinking of doing is separate segmented buildings. One for copper production items, one for steel, one for iron. That was the preliminary thought process. I think that's the safe way of saying it. Sorry if I'm a bit louder right now, obviously this train is quite loud. So we're going to give the game a few days break. Otherwise, you know, no sense in burning out on it. And then we'll come back on Wednesday evening when I don't normally stream. Probably about 7 or 8 my time, would you say, Wes?
Yeah.
Yep. And then we'll come in and redo a rebuild. We're leaving the oil product, like the plastic and rubber production. We're leaving that intact at the moment, and we're leaving the
aluminum.
Yeah, he didn't see the fields for that, did he? So you helped me build the basic setup that we got going, Spy, where it had the was it 2 refineries and then 1 item making the plates? Wasn't that it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'll show you. So Wes came in and is like, okay, that's pretty efficient, but then I can make it explode.
Or as Spy would say, more.
This is still running off of the 2 refineries. And we're not even using everything yet. But he's making sure that we're using as much as humanly possible right now. So we've got the automated plates for the tier 5 conveyor belts, which is what we're going to use for everything when we do the rebuild, just to make it simpler and so we know what's where a little bit easier. And if you upgrade a segment but missed another one, it's just going to mess things up. We've got a storage and a half of these sheets now. And we've got a full storage of the aluminum casings as well. Aluminium casings. So we're getting there. You know, I'm going to see if I can show this off before the end of the stream. I've got to do this. I was doing it earlier. I'm going to go for a ride. I'm going to take a break from... oh, he actually goes through what would be the floor here.
That's why this section where he's going to go through, unless I missed it.
He went down... He dive bombed towards what you're standing on.
Yeah, so this is going to be like a balcony, if you will. So this isn't going to have a floor above its head.
Oh, okay.
For that exact reason. And then we're also building, like I'm sure you showed.
Oh, look,
I guess you get
some of the train track you left behind. Sorry.
You're gonna get a good view of the base we're building.
Yeah, I should do. Yeah. Apart from its size, this has to be quite an old creature, just from the whiskers. Dan, actually think about it, the textile strength of these hairs have to be humongous. Could probably use them for rope ladders.
That's the last of its kind as far as we're aware. There's only one.
Well, no, I was saying like the textile strength of the hairs coming out of its beak, like the size of the hairs, they've got to be so strong. Oh my god, that actually intersects so close with that train. You'll see it in the train track. You'll see that in a second. It's a good job that train no clips.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. There are more apparently, Spy says. We just haven't come across any.
Should just be one big one that flies around the entire map.
Well, that's a question as well. How?
How?
It doesn't flap. There can't be that many thermals. It doesn't go over any of the sphincters.
He has a gas in him that reacts with the sunlight and creates pressure.
Oh, so it's like Michael Jackson then.
He just farts out, gas.
Reacts with the sun. It's Michael Jackson.
There you go. Yep, melts. So it just fills him full of helium. Breaks down. It's just full of helium.
Well, I see oh, do you know what? I've been down in something like that crevice before, and there was a massive spider down in there.
Yeah.
Do you know about the one I'm on about?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's like the boss spider. I was like, no, but I've never been down there since.
Yeah. Especially when you
that's a
first
nice
playing
area.
this game, and you come around, you're like, oh.
Look at that crater.
Yeah. They added it in one of the newer patches. It has a bunch of limestone in it.
That looks like a riverbed, actually. It looks like a dried riverbed. You've got like what looks like a slight waterfall path going in there. A sort of place Todd Hoffman would go digging for gold.
There you go.
Without drilling, not Todd Hoffman. Yeah, Todd Hoffman. No. Yeah. What? Tony Beats.
No.
Tony Beats is the other, but I don't know why. Whenever I say Todd Hoffman, I envision Tony Beats. I don't know why. And it just throws me right off.
Look at this beautiful base. It's so many floors of... Oh, good. And I can see where he should make a hard dive and
Yeah,
twist.
he'll dive on, try to dive onto that floor there. I don't know if he clips this little row you got.
That's what I'm checking. He shouldn't. Oh man, I mean like freaking just barely. Oh good.
But no. Dive
Just
this.
clears
So we
out.
can't put any walls on this floor here.
No, and that's gonna be, like I was saying, more of a balcony than anything else.
What about railings?
Yeah.
Does he leg it out if he clips through them?
I don't know. I just know walls. I haven't tried everything. And again, they could have patched it. It could have been in one of the early patches where they're like, oh, well, no one's going to build tall enough to run into this thing, and people were doing it, and they're like, well, okay, well, let's fix that one sec.
Well, it's not worth the risk, is it?
No.
If it lags you out that much, it could be a game crasher, like a deletion crash, like needs deleting because you can't get back into it, sort of thing. Destroyer, game destroyer, save destroyer.
I mean, if we I'm pretty sure we can put railing and he wouldn't touch it because he still clears out quite a ways.
Yeah. There you go, Spy. A couple of episodes ago, you said, what about riding him? So there you go, I rode him. I rode him hard. Grabbed onto those whiskers for all my life's worth. Right, so you want the foundations on this floor left. You said, didn't you?
Which floor?
The one I'm on.
Oh, yeah.
Got rid of the topmost.
Because we can still utilize that.
I'm going to delete the hypertubes going in and out. If we want to recreate them, we can. It's just at the moment, if we're going to rebuild, we don't know what's going where.
Yeah, I mean, and that big spaghetti in there can all be ripped up too.
Oh yeah, no, I'm working on that, trust me. If I do jump on between now and Wednesday, it will just be to continue deleting things.
Okay.
Riding on top. Check. Yeah, I like it on top.
Oh, okay. That's TMI.
Well, it was a nice view. Like, what were you, what were you thinking about?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you're gonna go with.
It was a beautiful, majestic creature that takes passengers frequently.
There you go. Neighborhood doorknob. Everyone gets a turn.
I was thinking bicycle. Everyone has a ride.
There you go.
It does make me think a little bit of Final Fantasy X. Are you much of a Final Fantasy player?
No, I haven't. I don't think I've played one of them.
Oh, there's a big creature that you have to ride a river at one point, and it's called a shoe puff, and it's this alien creature. Well, I say alien. You know what they're like in Final Fantasies. At the very least, a little bit you should know.
Yeah.
About the different types of, you know, sentience and all that. But it's just a common phrase. Like, me and my brother just not constantly, but from time to time, just come out with as a piss take. It's just like, ride the shoe puff. It's like an Albert Einstein kind of accent for some weird reason. Are you off? Catch you later. Spy says goodbye.
Oh, bye, Spy.
Bye, Spy. That rhymed. Don't ask, I have no clue.
As long as you don't have a clue, then.
Well, if I knew what the hell I was on about, life would be dull.
You think so?
Yeah. It also keeps my brain working because I have to stop and figure out what the hell I'm on about.
There you go. New adventure every day.
Exactly.
Alright, well, we have pretty much a good floor and then a good bottom floor, so we have quite a bit done.
And
We just need to...
And you're needing to head off in a moment yourself, aren't you?
Yep. So I figured this would be a good place for me to at least call it for the stream.
Excuse me, who's in control here?
I said for me to call it on the stream, not end your stream. I didn't say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into Indy and Westman 2's stream. It's been a pleasure to have you guys, but until next time, keep it real. I didn't do any of that. I literally just said this is where I'm going to call it for the stream.
Seriously though, guys, thank you very much for watching. Maybe Thursday, I don't know how far we're going to be progressed, but it's possible that a lot of next week's going to be building. Working out what's going where and such like. We're going to try and do what we can on Wednesday, but there's no guarantees. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to rate and comment below. Do you know what? You do it. You do it. No, go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Indie Gaming Ninja.
Ninja
Gamer.
It's not easy, is it? Indie Ninja Gaming.
Gaming. It's been a pleasure to have each and every one of you. Make sure to rate and comment below. Until next time, guys, keep it real.
Stay safe, sleep well. Goodbye.